6th May 2022 Morning Murli Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, you Brahmins have taken the lap of God. You should have the intoxication that the Father has made you belong to Him through this Brahma's body. Question: what divine task did the Father perform for which He has been praised so much? Answer: the task of changing impure ones into pure ones and liberating all human beings from the chains of Maya, Ravan. Only the Father performs this divine task. You receive from the unlimited Father the inheritance of unlimited happiness, which lasts for half a cycle. In the golden age, there is the golden jubilee, and in the silver age, there is the silver jubilee. One is Satapradhan and the other is Sato. Both are called the lands of happiness. The Father established that land of happiness, which is why His praise is sung. Song: this is the temple of justice, the home of God. Shanti. Bap and Dada together explain to your children. Sometimes the Father explains and at other times Dada explains, because this body is also Dada's home. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, resides in the Supreme Above. Surely it is because Bharat becomes his home at some point that people celebrate the night of Shiv. There are many temples to Shiv, which proves that he only comes in the land of Bharat to purify the impure and to liberate all human beings from the chains of Maya, Ravan, because it is now Ravan's kingdom. Only in Bharat do they burn Ravan. The birth of Shiv and the birth of Krishna are also only celebrated in Bharat. The kingdom of Ravan lasts for half a cycle. Then the Father comes to change impure ones into pure ones. Once He has made you pure, He doesn't come again. The Father's name is famous in Bharat. He must have performed a divine task, which is why His name is remembered. No human being can purify a human being. Only the one Father is called the purifier. The names heaven and hell are only given to Bharat. Bharat was heaven 5000 years ago. It is also called the land of angels. Therefore, it must surely have received the inheritance from the Father. The word Father is very sweet. It is from Him alone that you receive the inheritance of unlimited happiness, and that lasts for half a cycle. Its golden jubilee as well as its silver jubilee are celebrated. The golden age is called the golden jubilee and the silver age is called the silver jubilee. One is Satapradhan and the other is Sato, and both together are called the land of happiness. Number 1 is the Sun dynasty and the second number is the Moon dynasty. When the Father comes into this land of Bharat, He purifies it. However, when devotion starts, the celestial degrees begin to decrease. The tree becomes decayed and Tamapradhan. Everyone becomes a devotee, and sages make spiritual endeavor to meet God, that is, to go to the land of liberation and liberation in life. You perform devotion for half a cycle in order to meet the Father. When that time ends, the Father comes to make the devotees happy. In the golden age, there is peace, happiness, and prosperity. Untimely death doesn't take place there. No one ever weeps or wills. Who is explaining all of this? The unlimited Father. He must have a name. In the Iron Age, there is only darkness. People continue to stumble around on the path of devotion. In the heaven, there is no question of sorrow. Everyone remains happy. This is why they don't call out to God. The golden age is called the land of happiness, and the iron age is called the land of sorrow. Vallabhacharis, the Vaishnava people, understand that it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the golden age. The rulers as well as the subjects were happy. That is called the golden age. Those who come into the cycle in the golden age are the ones who take 84 births. It has been explained to you children that this is a tree. The leaves do not all emerge at the same time. In the golden age, there was only the one original deity religion. That is not called the Hindu religion. The deities are remembered as those who are full of all the divine virtues, 16 celestial degrees pure, completely viceless. Those who are worshippers of the deities must definitely also belong to that religion. Christians remember Christ, so they belong to that religion. Then why have the people of Bharat made the name of their deity religion disappear? You understand that you were deities. You entered into birth and rebirth. You became deities and then warriors. Finally, having taken 84 births, you became Shudras by the end. You have to become Brahmins from Shudras. The children of Brahma became Brahmins. In fact, all souls are the children of Shiv anyway. He is the unlimited Father. He is called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, God the Father, and Heavenly God the Father. He is the Creator of heaven. You children should now use your intellects, since the Father is establishing heaven. Why should we not become heirs to the new world? The new world has now become old. How can it become new again? Gandhiji also used to say that there should be a new kingdom of Ram, a new Bharat. You understand that that is now being established. You Brahmins have now taken God's lap. You have made the unlimited Father belong to you in a practical way. Everyone says, "Oh God, the Father, have mercy on us." The Father comes at this time and makes you belong to Him through this body. Brahmins of the Iron Age are those who became that through a physical birth, whereas you are the mouth-born creation of Brahma. He is the father of people and he therefore creates so many children. They are the mouth-born creation. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, has adopted you through the mouth of Brahma. Therefore, this Brahma is the mother. You are our mother and father. Oh Baba, you have made us belong to you through the mouth of Brahma. Thus things must be understood. The one Father is the ocean of knowledge. Only through knowledge is there salvation, which is the day. Through ignorance there is the night. The Iron Age is the night and it is called the path of devotion. All the scriptures belong to the path of devotion. No one can find the way to meet the Father through them. The Father comes every after cycle and so people celebrate the night of Shiv. Therefore he definitely does come. He doesn't have a body of his own. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are also called deities. People say salutations to the deity Brahma, salutations to the deity Vishnu, and then they say salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiv. Brahma is the head of this corporeal tree. He is thus in a practical way. The Father comes at the confluence age. At the moment there are the Yadavas, the Kauravas and the Pandavas who are the Shakti army with the power of yoga. You children now understand that shivbaba has entered the body of Brahma in a practical way. There is also a temple to incorporate Shiv. Although the night of Shiv is celebrated, the government has stopped the public holiday for Shiv's birthday. They celebrate the birthdays of others. They no longer have the power of righteousness. This is why they have become unrighteous, unlawful, and insolvent. There is no purity, no peace, and no prosperity. In the same Bharat, 5000 years ago, when it was the Golden Jubilee, there was purity, peace, and prosperity. Untimely death didn't take place then. No other land can be as elevated, as wealthy as Bharat was. The land of Bharat was the most elevated. Its history is also written. It is this Bharat that becomes pure and this Bharat that becomes impure. Those of the original eternal deity religion have been round the cycle and have now become the Shudra clan. Then from the clan of Shudras, they enter the clan of Brahmins. The clan of Brahmins is the top knot, even more elevated than the clan of deities. The praise of the deities of the Golden Age is distinct from the Father's praise. The Father is known as the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of bliss, whereas the deities are full of all divine virtues. There is no question of vice. There many tall stories have been written in the scriptures of how Ravan and Kans existed in the land of Krishna. In reality, this is the land of Kans, and then in the Golden Age there will be the land of Krishna. Because this is the confluence, they have mixed the devils, Kans, Jarasandh, and Ravan with the Golden Age deities. This is the devilish community of Ravan. You have now come into the community of God. After coming into the lap of God and becoming pure, you take a deity lap for 21 births, 8 births in the deity lap and 12 in the warrior lap. It is only in Bharat that it is remembered that a Kumari uplifts 21 generations, and you are those Kumaris. You now belong to the clan of God. Shivbaba is the grandfather and Brahma is the father. You are the Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. You receive your inheritance from the unlimited Father. He is the one who gives. However, he is incorporeal, and so how would he teach Raj Yoga? Surely, a corporeal body is needed to change an ordinary man into Narayan. So, he enters the impure body of the one who has taken 84 births. This is the greatest university, where God Himself teaches Raj Yoga to make us into the kings of kings. Krishna is not the creator of the Gita. In fact, it is the mother Gita that gives birth to Krishna. Those who became deities are given birth by Shivbaba. Christians take birth through the Bible, through Christ, who changed you from Brahmins into deities. Shivbaba through the mouth of Brahma. This is your unlimited renunciation. Theirs is limited. Rajaguni means semi-pure renunciation. That renunciation belongs to the path of isolation. You are disinterested in this dirty old world. You understand that this world is about to end. Instead, why not remember the Father, the Creator of heaven? The Father says, "Beloved children, you have met me after many births. You have completed 84 births. You now have to go into the deity clan. So, you need to pay a great deal of attention to your diet. You cannot eat impure food. The Father says, I come at the confluence to purify the impure clothes. Death is standing just ahead. The Yadavas, the Kauravas, and the Pandavas are here. Therefore, the father of the Pandavas must also definitely be here. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is called Pandava Pati, means the father of the Pandavas. You are the guides because you show the path to the land of happiness and land of peace. This is why you are called the Shiv Shakti Pandava army. The Yadavas, the residents of Europe, destroy their own clan. The Pandavas and the Kauravas are in Bharat. It is of them that it is said a war between deities and devils took place. You are not deities now. You are to become deities. By following Srimad, you became the masters of the world. All others give devilish instructions. The instructions of Ravan continue for half a cycle. The world has now become Tamapradhan. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. There, the father sits and teaches Raj Yoga. When the kingdom is established, the flames of destruction will emerge and this knowledge will then disappear. Then, according to the drama, the same scriptures that are there on the path of devotion will later emerge. Sannyasis have many followers, but sannyasis too go to the river Ganges to wash away their sins. However, the water of the river Ganges does not purify anyone. That comes from an ocean of water. You are the rivers of knowledge, the ones who have emerged from the ocean of knowledge. The water of the Ganges is not the purifier. I have come once again to give you children the fruit of your devotion, the inheritance of the unlimited happiness. Those who come to the Father to study are the ones who go to heaven. All others will go into their own sections. You must also understand the cycle of this drama. By understanding the cycle, you will become rulers of the globe. The government too has means as its emblem a wheel in which 3 lions are shown, and it is written under that victory in truth. Shivbaba now comes and tells all you Parvatis the story of immortality in order to make you into the masters of the land of immortality. This is also known as the true story of becoming Narayan and the story of immortality. You first listen to this story once and you then become the masters of heaven. All others are only told stories. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point. In order to enter the deity clan, be very cautious about your diet. Do not eat anything impure. Second point. Have unlimited disinterest in this dirty old world which is about to end, and remember the Father, the Creator of heaven. Blessing. May you be a cooperative and elevated donor who makes weak ones powerful with your powers and virtues. Explanation. All the virtues and powers of the worthy children who have an elevated stage constantly cooperate at a time of need. The special form of service that they do is to donate the virtues and powers they receive from the Father to the souls who do not have this knowledge. They also give their cooperation to Brahmin souls. To make weak ones powerful is an elevated donation and form of cooperation. Just as you do service through your words and mind, in the same way, give the cooperation of the virtues and powers you have received to all souls and enable them to attain something. Slogan. Those who fix their fortune with determined faith remain constantly carefree. Om Shanti